Minnesota Twins in a 3-game series August 1st through the 3rd. Feel the excitement with every pitch, cheer for every hit, and witness game-changing plays. Plus, enjoy fan-favorite promotions all weekend long. Get your tickets today at CLEGuardians.com.
About 10 minutes away from today's first pitch here at Progressive Field. Welcome back to the Bet365 Guardians warm-up show. Time for the pitching matchup. Lefty Logan Allen on the hill for the Guardians. 6-8 on the season, an earned run average of 4.06. He'll be opposed by the veteran right-hander Charlie Morton, 5-8 with an ERA of 5.58. That's your pitching matchup. That'll do it for Guardians warm-up. Stay tuned. Starting lineups and the first pitch come your way next on the Cleveland Clinic Guardians Radio Network.
The Guardians Warm-Up Show has been brought to you by Cleveland Clinic, proud to be the official healthcare provider of the Cleveland Guardians. By Progressive, for a job you'll love, visit progressive.com/careers. By Bet365.
Well, if you look at the infield, they just came out and put, Diamond Dry everywhere except where McKinstry needed it right here.
Wonder when he realized he broke his chain. With an all-star bonus, he can get a new one.
I don't know what is causing this, but we have seen more bats leave players' hands at the plate this year than I ever remember.
Line shot. Got a chance. They counted it, though. They did.
Their innovation and leading-edge technology. Cliffs is America's iron and steel leader. To learn more, visit cliffsteel.com.
Hey, sports fans, there's no better feeling than when you're watching your team dominate. But remember, when the offseason comes, you can still channel your team spirit with a fresh coat of color. Ask Sherwin-Williams how you can make every day feel like game day with over 1,700 colors and a top-tier coaching staff to bring the energy of your team spirit home. Shop online or visit your neighborhood store today.
News, talk, sports. This is WTAM 1100, Cleveland, home of the Cavaliers and Guardians, an iHeart radio station.
Ready to bring you Cleveland Guardians baseball.
We take it one day at a time, win one game at a time, work our butts off to be the best team in baseball.
All these games are equally important. We'll go at them the same way we go at anybody.
Trying to collect series wins and keep rolling.
Trying to find how this puzzle works.
White Knuckle City. Night in, night out, day in, day out. Cleveland Guardians baseball in 2025.
Put the ball in play and create chaos.
We need to play guards ball and see what happens.
Now we're ready. Here it comes. Cleveland Guardians baseball is brought to you by Cleveland Clinic, proud to be the official healthcare provider of the Cleveland Guardians. By Progressive, bundle home and auto and save at progressive.com. By Dollar Bank, proud banking partner of the Cleveland Guardians. By Marathon, join Marathon Rewards today and start earning on every fill-up.
Good afternoon once again, everyone. Welcome back to Progressive Field, downtown Cleveland. Guardians and the Orioles wrapping up this 4-game series. Time now for the starting lineups. First for Tony Manzolino and the Baltimore Orioles, leading things off, Jackson Holliday, the second baseman. Jordan Westberg, the designated hitter, bats second. Gunnar Henderson at shortstop hits third. Ramon Laureano, the left fielder, will bat cleanup. Tyler O'Neill in right field hits fifth. Ramon Urias, the third baseman, bats sixth. Kobe Mayo at first base bats seventh. Dylan Carlson, the center fielder, hits eighth. And Alex Jackson will do the catching and bat ninth. On the mound, the veteran right-hander, Charlie Morton. Now for the Guardians and manager Stephen Vogt leading things off. Stephen Kwan, the left fielder, and the leadoff batter.
Left center Profar sprints over. Oh, he lost it.
He did not see that ball. He didn't even come close to it.
These interactions between De La Cruz and Tito Francona have been priceless.
Come on, man. Okay, you got it there.
Yes, indeed.
And the ball wasn't the only thing that landed in the basket.
What in the world happened out there to Jung-Hoo Lee?
That's wild. I mean, you don't see that in the big leagues.
I believe this one's it's a rookie card, I know, but I feel like it's the first card that I ever, big league card. Obviously, as a kid, trying to get to the big leagues, the dream of making it, but as a kid that had cards, right, as a kid, this is like seeing your card the first time is pretty cool. So that's pretty powerful when you see that card.
Well, we certainly served it up over the plate. This is a burger fit for a home run king, the 99 burger in honor of Aaron Judge. They sell a bazillion of these at Yankee Stadium. It looks pretty good. I feel like we passed the test. What about you?
I think so.
50 years experience providing light industrial and warehouse workers in Northeast Ohio. They're ready for the job with drug screens and background checks. And Minutemen handles all the workers' comp and payroll. Reach out to them today. MinutemenInc.com.
Good food, good life. That's the mission of Nestle. You know the company for its mouth-watering Stouffer's macaroni and cheese with roots dating back to 1922 right here in Cleveland, Ohio. DiGiorno's delicious rising crust and croissant crust pizzas, or the hundreds of other products spanning coffee, beverages, baking, and creamers. In the state of Ohio and across the world, Nestle is unlocking the power of food to enhance the quality of life for everyone, today and for generations to come. Visit NestleUSA.com to learn more.
Power up your summer fun in a new Toyota Camry, America's best-selling car. It's all hybrid all the time with available all-wheel drive. Now through August 4th, get 4.99 APR financing on any new 25 Camry. Or lease a new Camry LE for just $279 a month for 36 months with $36.99 due at signing. With approved credit through TFS. Tax, title, and license extra. Call 1-888-36-TOYOTA for details or go to Toyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
Make WTAM 1100 a preset on our free iHeartRadio app and listen to Guardians Baseball.
Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Cleveland Guardians Baseball. Today from Progressive Field, downtown Cleveland, it's the Guardians and the Baltimore Orioles in the finale of what has been a very successful homestand and four-game series for the Guardians. Jim Rosenhaus along with you this afternoon. Tom Hamilton in Cooperstown, New York, as he gets ready for Hall of Fame induction ceremonies Saturday afternoon. Hammy, the Ford Frick Award winner for 2025, and it'll be a great weekend in Cooperstown, and he is already there preparing for the festivities this weekend. And filling in for Tom today, we reach into the alumni group and welcome in Pat Tabler, longtime major leaguer, a dozen seasons in the big leagues, 6 of which came with Cleveland. And Tabby, always great to see you. Thanks for coming by.
Rosie, I am so happy to be here and pinch hitting for Hammy because he is off on something a little bit more important right now. And I'm so honored to be able to sit in here with you over the next few days to talk about baseball, talk about Hammy, talk about everybody. But I'm so happy to be here.
And you're here at a time when the Guardians are playing their best baseball of the season.
Boy, they sure are. They are playing
Celebra tú también con Betcris.
Later, as folks cut out of work early on a Thursday afternoon and catch arguably the hottest team in baseball, maybe this side of Milwaukee.
Yeah, and Logan Allen's going to try and keep that going today. He pitched pretty well, I thought, his last time out against Oakland. He's going to give up his share of base hits. Stephen Vogt was talking about him before the ball game. He said, hey, you're going to give up your hits, just keep battling, and he has done that, pitching into the 6th inning in 7 of his last 8 starts.
And that is the key for the entire rotation, pitching deep into games, and that has helped the bullpen get back to a great spot, too. We're set for baseball. Jackson Holliday to lead things off for the Orioles, and he takes a pitch outside for ball 1, and we are underway here in downtown Cleveland on an 88-degree afternoon. Next pitch to Holliday is pounded to the first baseman. Up with it is Kyle Manzardo, who takes it to the bag in time. Holliday retired on a ground out to open this afternoon's ball game. The rest of that defense for the Guardians: Stephen Kwan in left, Angel Martinez in center, Nolan Jones is around in right. On the dirt, Manzardo at first base, Daniel Schneemann, the second baseman, Brian Rocchio at shortstop, Will Wilson around at third. Big swing and a miss by the next hitter, Jordan Westberg, for strike 1. Austin Hedges doing the catching today for the Guardians. Lefty Logan Allen lets it fly, and it's swung on, ripped to third. Diving stop, Wilson on a one-hopper, throws across, not in time. That's an infield base hit for Jordan Westberg, but a great effort by Wilson at third.
Yeah, he took away extra base hits going to his right, backhanding that ball, but got spun around right around the foul line and just couldn't get anything on his throw across the diamond. Two-hopper over to first base, and Westberg's able to beat it out.
So a one-out base runner for the Orioles. Gunnar Henderson will step in. Left-handed hitting shortstop, the pitch to him on the inside corner. Strike 1 on Henderson. Boy, the Guardians have done good work on him in this series. He's just 1 for 10. Always a threat in that Orioles lineup. Here's the 0-1. Swung on, fouled back into the net. 0-2 the count.
And Gunnar Henderson came into this series a pretty hot hitter for the Orioles. A team that has really surprised a lot of people this year and how poorly they have played.
They're at the bottom of the AL East. Shockingly so for a lot of folks. Here's the pitch. Just outside for a ball. 1-2. Baltimore came in 44-57. Amazing. That is the third worst record in the American League. Here's the 1-2 from Allen. Swung on, a chopper foul off to the first base side.
From a team that won 100 games last year, right?
Yeah,
they won 100 games but got knocked out in the playoffs in the first round the last 2 seasons.
Back-to-back playoff appearances, and I think many thought, all right, they'll take that next step here in 2025, but not so. Another throw to first, back safely is Westberg. Allen has a good move, as do many of the Guardians pitchers. They do a pretty good job helping their catchers control that run game. No score, top half of the first. Here's the 1-2, swung on, foul back up over the screen and out of play.
He just showed him his C move right there. Just to throw it over there, just to give him, hey, I see you over there at first base. I'm not going to give you my good A move just yet.
Now the 1-2 delivery from Allen. Here it is. Swing and a miss, strike three. Took a little off that time, and Henderson is down on strikes.
I think when Logan Allen is mixing in that changeup and that sweeper, the sweeper, they're just hitting 220 against that. That thing took a little something off. Bender right on the outside part of the plate had Henderson way out in front.
So 2 down. Here comes Ramon Laureano. He's had a good series, 4 for 12, couple of home runs. Throw to first. Westberg back safely. Laureano with 13 bombs and 41 driven in on the season. And what a year it's been for him after struggling with the Guardians a year ago. Finished his season with Atlanta. And now a solid campaign with Baltimore. Here's the pitch. On the outside corner for a strike. 0-1 the count on Laureano. Westberg at first base, 2 down on this 88-degree hazy sunshine afternoon with humidity. Summer's back in Northeast Ohio. Here's the 0-1. Outside, 1-1.
Hey, if you don't like this, you don't like baseball. This is the way it's supposed to be. Bright sunshine, so the outfielders and the infielders on those big pop-ups, they're going to have their work cut out for them.
Light breeze today. It's blowing out toward right. Here's the 1-1. Outside. Snap throw to first. Diving back in is Westberg. Close. Hedges showing off that good arm.
Westberg was trying to get a read on Allen's move over to first base and got a big secondary lead, and Austin Hedges picked up on that snap throw. Almost got him.
Still a 2-1 count on Laureano, right-handed batter. Allen now steps off. Logan Allen, 26 years of age. He's out of Deltona, Florida, just outside Orlando. Stands 6 feet 200, and will wait a bit as he was having trouble picking up the signals from that PitchCom device. So Austin Hedges is getting a new device. Augie Rivero, the assistant coach, team translator, hands it over. I hope he gave him the English one.
The one that he can hear. There's something with that little control that he has on his shin guards wasn't working, so I think we're okay now.
Technology is ramping up in the game of baseball.
Hey, it's great when it works.
It really is. It has definitely helped pitchers move it along. Here's the pitch. Runner on the move, and the pitch is swung on and lifted high and deep to center. This is trouble. Looking up is Martinez, but that ball is gone. Third home run in the series for Ramon Laureano. His 14th on the season, and the Orioles take the early lead 2-0.
I think anytime you come back to face the team that lets you go, you want to do something. That time it looked like a changeup that just stayed in the middle of the plate. It didn't go down and away from Laureano, and he teed off on it.
It's remarkable what he's done this season after struggling at the start a year ago. Is stepping in and pounding one foul is Tyler O'Neill for strike one. Laureano started the year with Cleveland last year, played 31 games, had 1 home run, 4 RBIs. As O'Neill lines one to left, that's a fair ball. Down the line it goes. Maybe extra bases? No, not with Quan out there as he fires it in quickly. And O'Neill holds with a long single. But Laureano, he has surpassed his numbers that he had with Cleveland a year ago in the first half of the season. in this series alone against the Guardians.
Yeah, always been known as a very good defender, and he's still a very good defender, but just didn't work out for him here, did not work out for him in the Braves, but now he's got a chance to play regularly, and he's making the most of it.
The inning continues. Is stepping in and lining one to center is Ramon Urias. Late start for Martinez, and it gets over his head, rolls all the way to the wall. Rounding third, heading for home is O'Neill. He will score on the double by Ramon Urias. As that time it froze the center fielder Martinez just long enough.
Yeah, he actually took a couple of steps in thinking that was going to be a sinking line drive right at his feet, and after he took those couple steps, he knew that he was in trouble, and the ball just sailed. You mentioned the wind is blowing out, and that little backspin ball that he hit out in the center field went right over his head for extra bases.
Here's Kobe Mayo, and Mayo takes a strike on the inside corner. Mayo, big right-handed batter, playing first base today. Allen trying to survive this first inning. Boy, he's been solid for a while now, but battling here in the first. Next pitch, up and in, and it hit Mayo, and he'll take first base. So, a pair of singles, a home run, a double, now a hit batsman. And the Orioles have runners at first and second with 2 down.
That looked like a ball that cut in on the right-handed hitting Mayo and hit him right in the forearm. And right away, Rosie, he pointed to the dugout of the Orioles and had the trainer come out and look at it.
Well, apparently they're going to review this, as the ruling on the field is that was a foul ball and not a hit batsman.
The replay, I saw the replay. It looked like it hit him right in the forearm.
Okay.
Just below the wrist.
Well, the manager, here we go.
The ruling on the field is overturned. It is a hit by pitch. The batter is awarded first base. Baltimore retains its challenge.
So there you go. Hit batsman, and that's how it looked as everyone was headed to first base. And Tony Manzanino, the manager for the Orioles, came out and they said, whoa, foul ball. And the review overturns it. So first and second, 8th man to bat in the inning is Dylan Carlson, just up from AAA. Here's the pitch to him, and it is on the outside corner for a strike. Carlson, the switch hitter, batting .232 in his time in the big leagues, with 4 home runs and a dozen runs driven in. 3-0 Baltimore. We're still in the top half of the first. Allen delivers, and another line drive hit to center. Martinez, he's able to track this one down, and he makes the catch, and the side is retired. But the Orioles score 3 times, and we head to the bottom half of inning number 1 here in down.
I can't imagine transitioning from loving baseball cards to then knowing it's inevitably coming that you're going to be on baseball cards. What was that moment like for you?
Yeah, I think the first card I saw was when they did something for USA Baseball, and then now seeing my face, seeing me playing baseball on a card, it was surreal. It wasn't that it was that moment where we're like, wow, this is really something.
Left center Profar sprints over. Oh, he lost it. He did not see that ball. He didn't even come close to it.
These interactions between De La Cruz and Tito Francona have been priceless.
Come on there. Okay, got it there.
Yes, indeed.
And the ball wasn't the only thing that landed in the basket.
What in the world happened out there to Jung-Hoo Lee?
That's wild. I mean, you don't see that in the big leagues.
products are used everywhere, from here in the U.S. to around the globe. SwageLock is consistently recognized as a top workplace, and we're passionate about supporting the next generation of STEM and manufacturing careers. That's why we're the Guardians' official STEM partner. Catch more at SwageLock.com. Let's go Guardians.
Clay Travis and Buck Sexton.
News and politics and who knows.
Noon to 3 tomorrow. WTAM 1100.
Stephen Kwan leads things off for the Guardians. Bottom of the first inning. Uphill battle today as Cleveland trails 3-0, and they're facing the veteran Charlie Morton, who fires a strike on the inside corner, and he's quickly ahead 0-2 on Kwan. Kwan comes in hitting .285 with 6 homers, 33 driven in. Here's the 0-2. Swung on a chopper to the third baseman. Up with it is Urias, who throws to first. He pulled the runner off the bag, but I guess Mayo kept his foot on the bag long enough to retire Kwan at first. So one down, and here's that Baltimore defense. Ramon Laureano in left, Dylan Carlson in center, Tyler O'Neill around in right. Kobe Mayo at first base, Jackson Holliday, the second baseman, Gunnar Henderson at short, Ramon Urias at third with Alex Jackson catching. And the 41-year-old Charlie Morton on the mound, facing Angel Martinez, and his pitch is outside for ball one.
I think the key to hitting Charlie Morton is you got to make sure he throws the ball in the strike zone. He's got a great curveball. He's been walking a lot of people.
The 1-0, outside 2-0. Now his walk rate in his starts, 4 walks per 9 innings. That's a lot. And he strikes out 10 every 9 innings. Here's the 2-0. Outside 3-0, but he's averaging less than 5 innings a start.
Right. He's thrown so many pitches. And again, the key for the Guardians, don't chase. Don't chase those pitches off the plate.
The 3-0. There's a strike on the outside corner. 3-1 to Martinez. We're in the bottom of the first. 3-0 Baltimore. As the Guardians come to the plate here, averaging 6 runs a game in this 13-game stretch where they've gone 11-2. The 3-1 swung on, popped him up, foul, first base side and out of play. Well, the Guardians batting here, and if they score 4 times in any of the first 4 innings, there'll be a lucky winner in the Conrad's Score 4, Win 4 New Tires contest. Get to the contestant after this 3-2 to Martinez. And he takes it inside for ball 4. Morton missed with the fastball, and the Guardians have a 1-out base runner here in the first inning. So promising for Harold Whitted of Galleon. Harold Whitted of Galleon. Guardians score 4 runs in any of these first 4 innings, and Harold will win a set of 4 brand new Bridgestone tires, courtesy of Conrad's. To enter for your chance to win, visit econrads.com. Here's Jose Ramirez, the pitch to him. He swings and rips it through the right side, a base hit. On his way to second, heading for third is Martinez. Here's the throw by O'Neill. It's cut in the middle of the diamond. A single for Ramirez. Martinez at third, and the Guardians have something going here in the bottom of the first.
You know, we were just talking about the Guardians and how well they have been hitting with runners in scoring position. You know what they've also done? They've been very aggressive on the bases. Did not look like Martinez had a chance to go first to third on that ball because it was hit right in front of him. He had to stop it aggressively, makes that turnaround second. Now he's in scoring position on a fly ball. Will score.
Here's Kyle Manzardo. 42 runs driven in on the season, including 2 last night. There goes Ramirez with the pitch. It's down low, and the throw is not in time, and no one was covering at second base, so Ramirez steals the bag easily.
Again, being very aggressive early in the count. Ramirez with another stolen base. He's only been thrown out 6 times this year. Gunnar Henderson did not cover the shortstop. He was shaded that way, didn't cover, so it's an easy stolen base.
Number 31 for Ramirez. Count on Manzardo 0-1. Here's the pitch. Swung on, last foul off to the third base side. 0-2 the count. Manzardo with the 16 home runs. We mentioned the 42 driven in. Big 2-run single midway through in last night's game. Has 4 hits in the series in 9 trips. Left-handed hitter, the 0-2. Swung on, foul tipped, and hung on to by Jackson. And that's strike 3. Manzardo, I think he thought the first pitch where the stolen base came was a ball, but it was not.
When he swung through that, home plate umpire said strike 3, and Kyle just stood at home plate thinking that that was only 2. I think you're absolutely right. He thought that first pitch might have been called a ball.
So here's Nolan Jones trying to deliver with 2 outs, and this has been the staple for the Guardians as he takes a breaking ball on the inside corner. During this great stretch, they've scored 78 runs in the 13 games. 55% have come with 2 outs, and that is a ridiculously high number, and certainly has helped the cause. Here's the pitch. It's swung on and popped up foul out of play, left side. 0-2 on Jones.
Well, they've got the right team facing the right team, the Baltimore Orioles. They've given up a .270 batting average with 2 outs this year, one of the highest in all of baseball.
Well, they came in with the second highest team ERA in the American League. The 0-2 in tight, ball 1. Charlie Morton, great story. This is year number 17 in the major leagues. Been a part of some really good teams. Was a roommate of Stephen Vogt when they played together in Atlanta back in 2021. The 1-2 swung on, line to first, right there to make the catch is Mayo. A screamer from Jones, but he hit it right at the first baseman, and the threat goes by the boards. We head to the second now.
I can't imagine transitioning from loving baseball cards to then knowing it's inevitably coming that you're going to be on baseball cards. What was that moment like for you?
Yeah, I think the first card I saw was when they did something for USA Baseball, and then now seeing my face, seeing me playing baseball on a card, it was surreal. It wasn't that, like, it was that moment where, like, wow, this is really something.
All the workers' comp and payroll. Reach out to them today. MinutemenInc.com.
Weather when you need it. Your severe weather station is WTAM 1100.
Alex Jackson leading things off for Baltimore, their number 9 hitter. Swings and misses at the first pitch from Logan Allen, and it's 0-1. Jackson sharing catching duties with Jacob Stallings. Here's the 0-1. Swung on, foul back and out of play. But it sounds like their star catcher, Adley Rutschman, is on the fast track to come back. He's been out with an injury and on a rehab assignment. They think maybe this weekend.
Boy, they miss him too.
The 0-2 is bounced in there. It's been part of it. They haven't gotten the good pitching, but they've had a ton of injuries, the Orioles.
They got another one today. Felix Bautista goes on the injured list.
Here's the 1-2. Outside and high. 2-2. Their big closer, Bautista, shoulder problems. So he's out. Here's the 2-2. Breaking ball called, strike 3 on the outside corner. Jackson doesn't like it, but he's rung up by home plate umpire Phil Cuzzy. 1 down.
Allen has been using that sweeper, and that was a backdoor sweeper right there to finish off a lot of these hitters. Just a perfect pitch down and away.
Top of the lineup, Jackson Holliday steps in. Bounced to first his first time up, and he takes a pitch outside and high. 3-0 Baltimore as they got to Allen for 3 runs in that first inning. Now the lefty's trying to settle in as his 1-0 is on the way, and it's foul back and out of play. Logan Allen has really done a nice job of pitching deep into games and battling, if he has a bad inning, to stay around. Here's the 1-1. Outside, 2-1.
Stephen Vogt was talking about him again before the ball game, saying, I like the way you're throwing. Don't change anything. Just stay aggressive.
The 2-1 swung on and popped up foul. Third base side, way out of play.
He's going to give up his share of hits, he told him. You're going to give up your share of hits. You're going to give up your share of contact. Just stay aggressive. You get in trouble when you start walking guys and falling behind, so stay aggressive.
2-2 the count on Holliday. Left on left. The pitch just missed. Maybe a little high on that inside part of the plate. So 3-2 now. The payoff. Swung on. Foul tip. Hung on to by Hedges. That's strike 3. And back-to-back strikeouts open the second inning for Logan Allen. Guardians Baseball brought to you in part by Leaf Guard. Don't let clogged gutters throw you a curveball. Hit a home run with Leaf Guard's clog-free, maintenance-free gutters. Call 1-800-LEAF-GUARD today. Up to the plate, Jordan Westberg, and he swings and misses for strike 1. Westberg got it started last inning with an infield single. Here's the 0-1. Up high, 1-1. That fastball right in the low 90s, pretty consistent for Allen, who also has that good change. The 1-1, swing and a miss. 1-2 the count. So he mixes that change to the right-handed hitters with a cutter that comes in on them. The 1-2, swung on, popped him up. Shallow right. Jones tracking it near the line. He's under it, makes the catch, side retired. 3 up, 3 down go the Birds, and we head to the bottom of the second inning. Baltimore 3, the Guardians nothing.
At Bet365, we don't do ordinary. We believe that every sport should be epic.
AM 1100.
Guardians trailing 3-0. Bottom of the second underway as Daniel Schneemann leads it off. And the Guardians second baseman takes strike 1 from Charlie Morton. The 41-year-old makes his home now in Bradenton, Florida. Former third-round draft pick of the Atlanta Braves. A long time ago, the 0-1 swing and a miss. And it's 0-2. Morton was drafted by the Braves way back when. And he's been with Atlanta, Houston, really good years with Houston. Here's the pitch, and it's chopped to the first base side. Charging in, the second baseman, Holliday, shovels it with the glove in time at first for the out. Nice play.
Boy, a little in-between hopper between Mayo, who came up as a third baseman. He is now over at first base. He was a little bit in between, but then Holliday called him off. And a bang-bang play over at first base. the only way to make that play. Just shovel it all in one motion with your glove.
So here's Will Wilson, right-handed hitting third baseman today for the Guardians, and he swings and misses for strike one. Mentioned a long time ago, Morton drafted 2002. That is how long he's been in this game.
That wasn't that long ago, was it, Rosie?
Yes, the 0-1. It's inside, and the count's 1-1.
In baseball years, that was a long time ago.
Really one of the truly nice guys in the game, and he has had a fine career. Took him a little bit to get going. Here's the 1-1. Breaking ball down low. Mentioned drafted by Atlanta. That's who he made his debut with. And then was in the rotation with the Pirates for a while, but his career took off when he landed in Houston. Back in 2017, they changed how he went about it. The 2-1. Fastball in there for a strike.
Dropped his arm angle just a little bit more and straightened out his mechanics, started throwing more strikes. He's always been able to throw a good curveball.
And he'll throw it about 50% of the time now. The 2-2. There it is, and it's swung on and missed, strike three. Nasty pitch.
Do you think it might be audition city for Charlie Morton?
I do, absolutely.
These last two starts before the trade deadline, I definitely think so. He would be a nice addition for some of these teams looking to upgrade their pitching staff.
Hey, you were over there at press dining earlier. How many scouts did you see?
Oh, my gosh. I was talking to John, the guy at the front door of the press box.
Brian Rocchio, first pitch swinging, skies one to fairly deep right, but under it is Tyler O'Neill, and he makes the catch to retire the side. We'll get back to more of that. How many scouts are here looking at a lot of these Orioles players when we come back, but it's a
Well, this is a World Series card. Everybody said, you know, what's it going to be to pitch against Sandy Koufax, who's a dominant pitcher. I said, I hope I don't embarrass myself. And I didn't. You know, pitched my first shutout ever. We won 6-0, and my parents were there. My mom was afraid of heights, so she was in the upper deck. She had to come down and trade seats with somebody so that she could actually watch her 20-year-old son pitch a shutout in the World Series.
Partner of the Cleveland Guardians.
The Bloom Daddy Show. Played out in and around Cleveland. Tomorrow afternoon starting at 3 on WTAM 1100.
Underway, third inning. Guardians trailing 3-0 to the Orioles, and Gunnar Henderson is leading things off. Logan Allen fires away, and his pitch is outside for a ball to even the count at 1-1. Jim Rosenhaus along with Pat Tabler this afternoon. Hammy's on his way to, or actually at Cooperstown now, the 1-1 on the outside corner for a strike. Getting ready for his day to be inducted into the Hall of Fame as the Ford Frick Award winner for 2025. That's Saturday afternoon. So Tabby's filling in. And Pat, we were talking about the scouts who are here looking at several of these Orioles pitchers and maybe a position player or two. As the 1-2's on its way, and it's swung on and lifted high in the air to fairly deep center. Back on it, Martinez makes the catch midway through the warning track. Man, did that ball carry.
He swung at that with one hand, and it looked like he hit it off the end of the bat, and it fooled Martinez out in center field. Took him all the way back to the warning track, but still plenty of room to haul it in.
It's warm, it's humid, and the wind is blowing out, so we might see more of that as the day goes on. Ramon Laureano cleared everything his first time up with his 14th home run. Here's the pitch to him, and it's in there for a strike.
To finish that thought you were just saying, I was talking to Mike at the front door of the press box, and he was telling me all of the scouts who are here.
The 1-0 is chopped to short, corralled by the shortstop. Rocchio fires to first in time for the out.
I think he said there's something like 10 or 12 of them here. And I thought some of them might be advancing because we play Kansas City. They're here. But I think a lot of them are here because of the trade deadline next week.
And there, again, likely availability from the Orioles in the last two games. We saw Zach Eflin last night, veteran pitcher. Here's Tyler O'Neill. He takes a strike on the outside corner. And then another veteran pitcher, Charlie Morton. Neither one has had an overall strong season by their standards, as the next pitch is outside. But they'd be attractive if they're pitching well now.
Yeah, and I want that experience in the playoffs.
Here's the 1-1. In there, strike two, off speed.
Yeah, they have to be able to get big league hitters out, and from what I saw last night of Eflin and what I'm seeing of Charlie Morton, they can get big league hitters out. But you can't make up for that experience of those veterans.
Here's the 1-2 pitch, up high for a ball, 2-2. So we'll see. Trade deadline, July 31st. Next week, the 2-2. Swung on, line drive, base hit right field. O'Neill's aboard with a 2-out single. This time next week, the deadline will be winding down 6 o'clock next Thursday. Eastern time, just to clarify.
Eastern time, and it always starts with relievers. Those seem to be the big guys that go at least early before the final day.
Here's Ramon Urias, doubled his first time up. Here's the pitch, and it's swung on and fouled back.
I think the game has changed so much that's where you start building your team, especially for the playoffs, the back end of your bullpen.
We saw it a year ago with the Guardians. Bullpen heavy in the postseason. And why not? Here's the 0-1. Swing and a miss. 0-2.
Hey, if you can get a starter 2 times through the lineup, that might be the 5th inning, might be the 6th inning. Then you unleash your bullpen on you. You can control the game somewhat those last 3 or 4 innings.
The 0-2 pitch, outside and high. Ball 1. Guardians trailing 3-0, top half of the 3rd inning. O'Neill, the base runner at first with 2 away. Here's the 1-2. Breaking ball missed inside. 2-2 the count. Guardians head to Kansas City after the game. They will play the Royals over the weekend. Starts tomorrow night with an 8:10 first pitch. Night game Saturday and then day baseball on Sunday in KC. Here's the 2-2. Just missed outside. 3-2 the count. You'll be there, and you'll be joined by Ryan Mitchell, the Columbus Clippers broadcaster, who will make his Major League debut over the weekend, as I'll be headed to Cooperstown for Hammy's Hall of Fame induction. The 3-2 swung on, ground ball to short. Up with it, Rocchio. He'll go to first in time for the out. Side retired. We head to the bottom of the 3rd. It's Baltimore 3, the Guardians 0.
Let me take a few seconds to...
Celebra tú también con Betcris.
Anytime we can put on these uniforms, the same ones that those guys played before us in the Negro Leagues, it's an honor to put it on and to share this field with them.
It's a piece of history, so I mean, to be able to wear it present day is honestly an unreal feeling. Once the lights are on and the anthem takes place and you're standing there on the line, it'll sink in as to what this moment really means, because I do think it's a meaningful day.
Women provides free on-job training. You'll earn a salary and benefits from day one, and you'll be proud to tell your family, I built that. If you're ready for a high-paying career you'll love, visit OhioTradesWomen.com today and learn more.
The Glenn Beck Program, just to give you some real news. Tomorrow from 10 to noon on WTAM 1100.
Austin Hedges leads things off for Cleveland, bottom half of the third inning. 3-0 Baltimore as Charlie Morton goes back to work. Hedges shows bunt, and he missed it. That's strike one.
Not a bad idea. The infield is playing very deep. They weren't expecting that. Just get it by the pitcher. You can walk to first.
Hedges adept at getting the bunt down in a key spot to get a base hit. Here's the 0-1. He swings and skies it high in the air to left, but not deep. Settling under it, Laureano makes the catch. One away in the bottom half of the third inning, and this is the Hyundai Grand Slam giveaway inning. Our contestant is Hallie Kane of North Olmsted. She'll win a prize pack courtesy of your Northern Ohio Hyundai dealers. Visit HyundaiGrandSlam.com to enter for your chance to win. Good luck, Hallie. Hallie Kane of North Olmsted. Top of the lineup, Stephen Kwan, the batter, and he takes a fastball strike. Kwan bounced to third to open the first inning. He's 3 for 12 in the series. Here's the 0-1. Swung on, and he drills one. High and deep right field. Home run, Stephen Kwan. Number 7 for Kwan, and the Guardians are on the board. It's now Baltimore 3, Cleveland 1.
Just get the ball in the air to right field with a little something on it. The wind will take it out of here. Kwan smoked that pitch, and that's been a problem for Charlie Morton this year, the long ball. Giving up the home run, and Cleveland's on the board.
That's the 14th that Morton has allowed in 90 innings. Now he faces Angel Martinez, who takes a breaking pitch outside for ball one. Kwan so adept at zeroing in on a pitch that he can drive, and it's usually once an at-bat where he'll take a shot. Here's the 1-0. Breaking ball outside, 2-0.
He picked on the right pitch. It was a changeup that stayed over the middle of the plate. And this year, batters have hit Charlie Morton to a tune of 325 against that changeup. His fourth worst pitch.
The 2-0 swung on, line drive, base hit right center. Just past the second baseman, Holiday. Martinez is aboard as he stays hot. Another hit for him is 6th in the series. And with one out, the Guardians start to build something here in the third, trailing by 2. Jose Ramirez will step in. And no one hotter than this guy during this tremendous stretch, the 13 games. It's been Ramirez who's been such a key. With 8 homers, 18 driven in. The pitch to him outside, ball one. And the milestones just keep on coming for Jose Ramirez in terms of where he stands in franchise history in just about every important offensive category. He takes a strike on the outside corner, and the count's now 1-1. 2 nights ago, his 700th extra base hit. Just the second in franchise history to accomplish that. Throw to first, diving back in is Martinez. He just made it. But he's in that 2020 plateau already, zeroing in on 30-30. That just seems a matter of time. Another throw to first, and it hit Martinez. Mayo, he stayed up. That was a low throw, and he didn't bend down to get it, and that nailed Martinez. Looks like in the leg.
Again, Kobe Mayo came up as a third baseman. He's playing some first base because they want to get that bat in the lineup against the left-hander, but just did not make an attempt on that ball. The ball was into the runner, but he just couldn't get over there and reach around, and it hit Martinez below the waist.
He needs a minute or two, and that was granted by first base umpire Dan Bellino. But now we're back to it. Steps off his lead. Morton's on the slab. Ramirez in the box. Switch hitter left side. Singled his first time up. The pitch to him. He swings and pops it up. Foul, out of play, off to the left. 3-1. Orioles in front, but the Guardians have a run on the board here in the third on the home run by Kwan. And with one away, they have Martinez at first base. Here's the 1-2. There goes the runner, and the pitch is swung on and fouled back. Out of play.
I think Hosey would like to have that, not that last pitch, but the pitch before that one back. It was a 95-mile-an-hour fastball right over the middle of the plate, and he fouled it back.
You know, it's interesting, Tabby. He knows he's not going to get many pitches to hit, not only in an at-bat, but maybe in a game. And the challenge for him is laying off the pitches that can get him out. Here's the 1-2. Swung on, and that's looped to shallow left center. It gets down for a base hit. Racing to third is Martinez. He'll make it easily. The throw comes into second, and Ramirez is now 2 for 2 with that bloop single to left center.
He is just locked in right now. Anything you throw up there, he's going to make contact. He was fooled a little bit on that off-speed pitch, but he keeps his hands back, he keeps his weight back just enough, and then flicks that ball out into left field for his second hit already this afternoon.
Now Kyle Manzardo, he struck out his first time up. Guardians had a great chance to score in that first inning as they had second and third with only one out, and Manzardo at the plate, but he struck out, and then Nolan Jones lined out. Let's see if Manzardo can come through this time as the throw goes to first, chasing Ramirez back. Look for Hosey to go here as Jackson still has not thrown anybody out behind the plate. In limited Major League time, he's 0 for 7 this season. Here's the pitch to Manzardo. It's outside for a ball.
Jose went on the first pitch to Manzardo the last at bat, and as a hitter, you really want to know when that guy's running. You might say to him, hey, if you get on, go ahead, steal early in the count so now I can concentrate on that pitcher a little bit more.
The 1-0. That's outside for ball 2. Ramirez now with 31 stolen bases, third in the American League. Steps off his lead there at first base. Morton from the stretch, the 2-0 pitch. Low and in for ball 3. Manzardo trying to stay patient. They really worked with him on just making the most of an at-bat, not necessarily trying to hit a home run each time, but just bring in a run. Here's the 3-0. Up high, ball 4, not even close. So Morton has walked his second. Bases are loaded for Nolan Jones, and he'll have to wait as the pitching coach, Drew French, is on his way to the mound.
It's almost like Charlie didn't want to have anything to do with Manzardo that time. 4 pitches that weren't even close to the strike zone. Stephen Vogt was talking about hitting with runners in scoring position today before the ball game, and they were asking him, is that something that's acquired? Is that something that, a young player can do? Or does it just happen? So experience is such a big part of it. Standing out there with the crowd going crazy, trying to hit major league pitching and trying to get the ball in play. They try to keep it simple. If there's a guy at third base, you got to figure out a way to get him home.
Yeah, Nolan Jones will step in. He's been hitting .269 with runners in scoring position, so pretty good. And as a team, the Guardians, during this 13-game stretch where they've gone 11-2, hitting .272 as a team with men in scoring position. Here's the pitch to Jones. It's up high for ball one, and the contrast there during the 10-game losing skid, under 100 with men in scoring position. So that has turned dramatically. And so has the one-loss record. The 1-0, swung on, driven foul off to the left side and out of play.
The whole key, I think, to hitting with runners in scoring position is not trying to think, okay, I've got to do something dramatic here. You know what you have to do? You have to put a good swing on a pitch in the strike zone. Can't guide it. Just hit it hard somewhere.
3-1, Guardians trailing. Bases loaded. Only one out with Martinez at third, Ramirez at second is the tying run, and Manzardo's the go-ahead run at first. Here's the 1-1. Swing and a miss. And you know what pitch that was, right?
Yeah, his best pitch. That's that sharp breaking ball that he will try and get under the bat of the left-handed swinger. It looks like a strike. You start your swing, and it drops underneath your bat.
Here's the 1-2. Swung on, popped it up, foul, and out of play off to the left. Well, for Hallie Kane of North Olmsted, a chance for a prize pack from the Hyundai dealers in Northeast Ohio. Here's the 1-2. Swung on, and there's a high fly ball to left, fairly deep. This one's carrying near the wall, and it is caught at the wall by Laureano. Plenty deep enough to score the run. Is tagging from third and scoring is Martinez. So Jones gets the run in from third with a sac fly, and he did not miss a grand slam by much.
Yeah, and I think the wind kept that ball into fair territory. It looked like off the bat and it was going to slice foul and out of play, but the wind that's blowing out to right field blew that ball back into fair territory, right up against the wall in left field.
So the Guardians pulled to within one. It's now a 3-2 ball game. RBI number 26 for Nolan Jones. And here's Daniel Schneemann. First and second, 2 outs. Morton delivers, and Schneemann swings and pops it up high in the air, shallow right. Charging in, Tyler O'Neill near the line, makes the catch, and the side is retired. But the Guardians chip away. The home run by Kwan, the sac fly by Jones. Baltimore 3, Cleveland 2, heading to the fourth.
Rosie here. You know catchers are a lot like...
a snack that Freddie cannot resist.
I would have to say chips and guacamole. Organic mango, yep.
Is that because of the strong Dominican contingent in the major leagues, bro? Has anybody ever struck out and gone crazy and smashed the cooler full of mangoes?
Nah, our team's not really into smashing each other's stuff, I guess.
Are you a seasoning guy? You like to drown your stuff in dips and sauces?
No. Gotta watch my figure.
And it looks great, brother.
I appreciate it.
Very sexy man.
Yeah,
Let's go, Freddie Freeman, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, this is the most famous jersey in baseball, right? The Yankee pinstripes, the interlocking NY, and the Midnight Navy. I was a Yankee fan growing up my whole life, die hard, and became a free agent after 7 years with the Rockies, and I wanted to be a Yankee so bad. Putting this jersey on for a headshot for the first time, it felt different than any other shirt I'd ever put on in my career.
Pluto Talk Guardians in the morning, WTAM 1100.
Logan Allen back to work. First pitch swinging. Kobe Mayo lines one to right, and it's caught by Nolan Jones, the right fielder, for the first out in the top of the fourth. Let's pause. 10 seconds. Station ID. Cleveland Clinic Guardians Radio Network.
News, talk, sports. This is WTAM 1100, Cleveland, home of the Cavaliers and Guardians, an iHeart radio station.
Jim Rosenhaus along with Pat Tabler in downtown Cleveland at Progressive Field. Up to the plate for Baltimore is Dylan Carlson, who takes strike one on the inside corner. Tabby filling in for Tom Hamilton, who is up in Cooperstown awaiting the Hall of Fame induction Saturday. The 0-1 outside 1-1. Rob Rozicki is down the street at Command Center along with Brian Motze, keeping us rolling. Here's the 1-1. Swung on, fouled off at home plate. And the count's now 1-2. This good action game we got going here, Tabby.
Yeah, I like the rhythm that Logan Allen is in right now. He is working quickly. He is filling up the strike zone with quality pitches. I think he and Austin Hedges right now are really working well together.
It's a 3-2 ball game. The Orioles got to Allen for 3 in the first inning. Now settling in. The 1-2 swung on, looped foul, backing out of play. Hedges and Bo Naylor to some extent too. They really try and read swings and what hitters are doing. Here's the 1-2, waved at and missed, strike 3. 2 down in the inning, but they both say that yes, you had that plan going into the game, but you have to be able to adjust, right?
Yeah, they both do their homework. They both study the opposition and then find the strengths and weaknesses of their pitcher and their hitters and then try to marry them up.
Here's Alex Jackson, a strikeout his first time, and he takes a pitch up high for ball 1. Guardians down by a run. We're in the fourth. 3-2, Baltimore in front. Here's the 1-0. Swung on, looped foul, and out of play, back behind home plate.
But I like the rhythm that he is in. He's not messing around out on that mound. He's getting the ball, he's getting the sign, and then he's going with it. He is trusting his catcher. I haven't seen him shake him off once today.
The 1-1 is popped up on the infield. Back behind the mound, calling for it is Schneemann, and the second baseman makes the catch right in front of Rocchio, the shortstop. Quick inning for Allen. Sets him down in order. We head to the bottom of the fourth. Baltimore 3, the Guardians 2.
Like build this for them and spend the last year of coming up with this concept and getting it off the ground and getting everybody here. Like, it just feels really good to have everybody coming and experiencing the thing that we've been working so hard on. To be able to like take the experiences of Comic-Con and add that to a card show just is really fulfilling, because as somebody who grew up going to card shows and still goes to the same card show in the same church basement in Trumbull, Connecticut every month, like, it's great. Card shows are amazing, but to be able to add all of this experience is what makes this great.
Sports. Cleveland's news, talk, and sports on WTAM 1100 and on 106.9 FM.
Guardians down by a run at 3-2 as we head to the bottom of the fourth, and Will Wilson will lead things off for Cleveland. Struck out his first time up, facing the right-hander Charlie Morton. Morton winds it up, and here's his pitch, and it's a breaking ball that catches the outside corner for a strike. A rarity earlier this season, the Guardians faced Morton in Baltimore in mid-April, and they got to him. Here's the 0-1. Swung on and foul tipped for strike two. Guardians in a win. Got 5 runs on 7 hits and 5 innings off of Morton. But again, that has not been the norm over his career. He has really been tough on Cleveland. The 0-2. Swung on, fouled back into the net. His prior 5 starts, his ERA was a run and a half with 4 wins.
4-0. In his previous 5 starts.
Had some playoff success with Houston against the Guardians. So he's been a handful and still going at 41 years of age. Here comes his 0-2 delivery. Swung on, foul back. Wilson stays alive.
He's in great shape. You know, when I'm watching him pitch, he hasn't lost anything off of his fastball. He's pumping it in there at about 96 miles an hour. Still has that great curveball, like you said. I mean, he looks strong to me.
Here's the 0-2 pitch. Swung on and fouled off.
You mentioned that he was a teammate of Voter in Atlanta when they won the World Series, right?
Correct.
21?
Roommates.
Voter's younger than him.
So, does that mean Stephen Vogt is young or Charlie Morton's old?
It means that Stephen Vogt's a great manager if he's managing at the big leagues at 40, and it means that Charlie Morton's a very good pitcher, that he's still pitching and getting guys out at 41. That's what that means.
It must be an interesting day for Stephen Vogt in that dugout, watching Charlie Morton try and get outs against his team now. Here's the 0-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. There's the curve.
Yeah, took a little something off that one. He's got a get-me-over type of curveball, and then he's got a finishing curveball that's a little bit harder. That time he took a little something off and had him way out in front.
3 strikeouts now for Morton. Brian Rocchio steps in, a hot hitter who flied to right his first time up, just missed one, just got under it. Here's the pitch, and he swings and yanks it foul over to the Baltimore dugout. Morton, very well, could be one of his last starts as an Oriole. As the Orioles are struggling, slim playoff hopes. There's the 0-1. And it's a strike on the outside corner. He could not check his swing. I saw a note yesterday, the only team that has reached the postseason in the division era, and that would be 1969 on, with as many losses as the Orioles had through 100 games. Here's the 0-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Brian Rocchio strikes out for the second out in the inning. The only team that made the postseason with that many losses, the 73 Mets, who ended up going to the World Series. But so it's the old story. Should they sell or do they have a chance?
Well, if I remember, they might have been one of the only teams over 500 in the National League East that year.
Austin Hedges swings and misses for a strike.
There wasn't many teams over 500. It was a tough division.
They got into the postseason, I think 82 or 83 wins.
They beat my Reds.
Here's the 0-1. Outside and low, 1-1. Was that the series where Pete Rose and Bud Harrelson got into a pretty good scrap?
That was 1973.
Yeah.
Yes, and the Mets ended up beating the Reds, keeping them from a consecutive World Series.
The 1-1 misses down low, 2-1. A momentary hiccup for the Big Red Machine.
Yeah, there were a lot of doubts back then. Like, hey, this team is really good, but can they win the big one? And it would take 2 more years before they finally did.
Now the 2-1. Swung on, popped up foul. This one comes straight back and out of play. So there is a chance mathematically and historically for Baltimore to go on a run, but I think with the amount of injuries they have and the pitching struggling, it's going to be tough.
And that's what I meant about the division, a little bit tougher in the American League East.
Yes.
To jump over all of those teams to get into the playoffs. Now, the wild card helps.
But still a lot of teams to jump over for that for Baltimore. Here's the 2-2. Swung on, fouled back, and bottom line, they have to play better, and right now they're in a stretch where they've lost 6 of 7. They have played better under interim manager Tony Manzolino, a former Cleveland minor league manager and player development here for a long time. Here's the 2-2. Breaking ball, down low, 3-2. And it just seems like one of those years where they'll have a good couple of weeks, but then they fade again, and it's tough.
It all starts with starting pitching. And their starters are averaging, their ERA, just the starters, is over 5. Tough to win a ball game with that.
The payoff pitch. Breaking ball called, strike 3. Morton strikes out the side, and we're headed to the 5th. It's Baltimore 3, Cleveland 2.
Get Cleveland clean at
I got you covered in the morning. News, sports, traffic, and weather together on the 10s. WTAM 1100.
Jackson Holliday leads things off for Baltimore. 5th inning. Logan Allen fires a strike on the outside corner, and the count is 1-1 on Holliday. Guardians trailing by a run at 3-2. Allen has settled down after allowing 3 in the first. Holliday taps one to the second baseman. A couple of hops for Schneemann, who's up with it. Throws on to first for the out. And Allen continues to roll right along, retiring Holliday to open the 5th. The Guardians are proud to partner with Cleveland Cliffs, America's iron and steel leader. To learn more, visit cliffssteel.com. Jim Rosenhaus along with Pat Tabler today in downtown Cleveland. Jordan Westberg, the batter, chops one foul up the third base side. Hammy's out till Tuesday. With just a great weekend for him heading into the Hall of Fame. Boy, the different media outlets, whether you read the Cleveland Plain Dealer, the Akron Papers, the 0-1, breaking ball in tight, 1-1. Zach Meisel from the Athletic. I know I'm forgetting a bunch, but some great stories about Tom's career. There's a swing and a miss, and it's 1-2 on Westberg. And just talking to different people who do what he does in the major leagues and hearing some of their thoughts, it's been really fun to read. Here's the 1-2 up high, 2-2.
I'm so happy for him, and it's so richly deserved. I mean, he's an icon up here in the northeast of Ohio.
The 2-2 swung on and skied to right. Jones heading toward the line, plenty of room there. He's under it, and he makes the catch.
But even cooler is he's going in with CC Sabathia.
Yeah.
The Cleveland connection, I love it.
What a weekend. CC going in on Sunday along with Ichiro and Billy Wagner, really good closer for a long time. And your veterans, Dave Parker going in. Gunnar Henderson, the batter, takes a strike along with Dick Allen. Unfortunately, Dave Parker passed away just a couple of weeks ago. He will be enshrined. The 1-0 swung on, foul back. You would have played against him, right? Dave Parker?
Yeah, and with him. He was in Toronto in 1991. We played together. Heard about him way back in the early 70s.
The 1-1 is swung on and missed.
He was a catcher in high school, Quarter Tech High School in Cincinnati, and a big football player, and hurt his knee. That's why he fell in the draft, because they were worried that he'd never be able to rebound from that.
Wow.
He was pretty good.
He rebounded for how many years?
Oh, my
20-year career in the big leagues?
Goodness, yes.
What an all-around player he was, Dave Parker.
Smart, great teammate.
The 1-2, swung on, chopped foul, first base side. So just a wonderful class. Tom will go in on Saturday afternoon along with Thomas Boswell, a longtime baseball writer. Here's the 1-2, swung on, slapped to the third base side, and that gets passed into left field for a base hit. As the Guardians were playing Henderson to pull, he shot it past the third baseman Wilson for a single. 2-out base runner for Baltimore here in the fifth. Orioles leading it 3-2, and Ramon Laureano will step in. He's had a series, 3 home runs after his 2-run blast in the first inning put Baltimore in front, and they have not trailed yet. Right-handed hitter could pop. 14 bombs on the season now. The pitch to him on the inside corner for a strike.
Really, it was just one mistake that Logan Allen has made today. It looked like a changeup that was out over the plate, didn't get it down.
Here comes his 0-1. Strike called on the outside corner. 0-2 the count. Warm and humid on this Thursday afternoon, but a good crowd on hand. Day baseball again midweek in the summer. Doing very well here in downtown Cleveland. Here's the 0-2. Down low, 1-2. And Tabby, I have a hunch there may be some people up under the overhangs to grab some shade if they can today. It's a hot one.
Yeah, it looks like it. Looks like the aisles are filled underneath us.
Here's the 1-2. Nope, throw to first. Back safely is Henderson. Last day of what has been a really good homestand for the Guardians. Took 2 out of 3 from the Athletics. Now 3 straight from the Orioles. The 1-2. Swung on, ground ball left side, scooped up by Wilson, throws to first, and big stretch by Manzardo in time to retire Laureano, and the Orioles in the fifth. We head to the bottom of the inning. It's Baltimore 3, the Guardians.
I believe this one's it's a rookie card, I know, but I feel like it's the first card that I ever, big league card. Obviously, as a kid, trying to get to the big leagues, the dream of making it. But as a kid that had cards, right, as a kid, this is like seeing your card the first time is pretty cool. So that's pretty powerful when you see that card.
Five-man umpiring crew here today, and this young superstar.
And did their feet get tangled up? Yes, so Hoppy Tritt, they got their feet tangled up before the ball came down.
That goes helicoptering into the net. It's Pronto.
And that ball is off the ladder. It's actually off the ladder. You never see that.
A little tumble behind the mound, hat fell off. That was awesome. I mean, you just don't see that.
.com/Guardians to book your free estimate today.
Make WTAM 1100 a preset on our free iHeartRadio app and listen to Guardians Baseball.
Stephen Kwan leads it off. Bottom of the 5th inning. Charlie Morton delivers, and the pitch is high and away for ball 1. Kwan took Morton deep in the 3rd inning when the Guardians scored 2 runs. Hit a solo home run, his 7th of the season. 3-2, Baltimore in front. Here's the 1-0. Breaking ball, outside, 2-0. This is that part of the lineup that scored 2 runs off of Morton in the 3rd inning. Here's the 2-0 pitch. Swing and a miss. Tied him up inside. 2-1 the count.
But he was bound and determined to hit that pitch. It looked like a cutter, and it was out of the strike zone. It almost hit him.
Here's the 2-1. Swung on, popped it up foul and out of play, third base side. What Tabby, he takes that shot usually once in at bat. If something's on the inner half, I wonder if he thought it wouldn't cut in on him and thought he'd load up.
Not a bad time to do it. 1-run ball game, you're ahead 2-0. Take that one shot.
Here's the 2-2. Swung on and launched high and deep right field. 2-homer game, Stephen Kwan. And just like that, we are tied at 3. How about that for Stephen Kwan?
I think that 2-0 swing got him loose and got him going. And then once he got the 2 strikes, he shortened up his swing just a little bit more and then timed up that breaking ball beautifully. And there was no doubt that that ball was out of here.
First career multi-homer game for Stephen Kwan. Now Angel Martinez takes a pitch outside for a ball.
Boy, what a good piece of hitting that was. That was fun to watch.
Here's the 1-0 delivery from Morton. And that swung on and driven high and deep right center. Way back there and caught on the run by the center fielder, Carlson. Wow, good running catch by Carlson.
Yeah, he was playing him in left center field. Didn't think that Martinez was going to pull that ball. Pulled it into the gap, and he just ran it down.
Now here's Jose Ramirez. Now Kwan missed the weekend as he had gotten a shot for his wrist to try and calm that down a little bit. He'd been battling a sore wrist for more than a month, really, trying to manage it. Ramirez takes a strike on the outside corner. So he missed the series with the Athletics. The Guardians, they got by, but they're just different offensively with Kwan in there. Here's the 0-1. Outside 1-1.
I couldn't agree with you more. He just sets the table. He just sets the whole mindset when he steps into that box. He's a good hitter. That sequence, Rosie, of his swinging at that pitch, beautiful.
The 1-1 is swung on and fouled back. 1-2. And you combo him with Jose Ramirez, and it makes that top of the lineup hard to deal with for most teams. And of course, the bottom of the lineup has been contributing during this great stretch. Next pitch, low and in, and it hit him. But did he go around? They say he did not go. Ramirez down in that left side batter's box. Now he pops up, and it is ruled a hit batsman, so he'll take first base.
Yeah, a check swing from Ramirez, and the ball hit it. Looked like his back leg. That hard breaking ball down and in. Yeah, it hit him right in the shin and his back leg. And again, if they called that a swing, he would not go to first base, and it was not.
So a base runner for the Guardians as Kyle Manzardo will come to the plate. The catcher, Jackson, is out to the mound to have a chat with Morton. There's no action in the Baltimore bullpen, so this is Morton's game, as you'd expect for a veteran starter. Dollar Bank is proud to be a banking partner of the Guardians. With 28 locations across Northeast Ohio, they're ready to provide solutions to help get you there. 3-3 game. Took a little bit today, but the Guardians have tied it after falling behind by 3 runs early. Here's the pitch to Manzardo. Outside, ball 1. Manzardo has struck out and walked in 2 trips. Nice stretch here of playing time for Manzardo as the Guardians are seeing a lot of right-handed pitching again. Quick throw to first, back safely is Ramirez.
And they wanted to give Santana the day off today. Carlos has great numbers against Charlie Morton, but they just wanted to get him off his feet. He's played a lot over at first base over the last week.
Now the 1-0, there goes Hosey, and the pitch is swung on and popped up. Foul ground, third base side, maybe a play. Unable to make the catch is Urias. That ball bounced on the warning track area by the sidewall there near the tarp. So it was in play, but Urias could not make the catch.
And on that pitch, Jose Ramirez got a great jump at first base. He had that bag stolen.
Well, he steps off his lead again with a 1-1 count on Manzardo. 3-3 the score. Morton delivers. Swing and a miss. Boy, still that fastball at 95. You know, it's interesting, Pat. We've seen Justin Verlander this year. We've seen Clayton Kershaw, greats of the game, and Verlander certainly on the other side of 40, as is Morton. Morton's just pure stuff. Maybe holding the best of the veteran guys that we've seen who are nearing the end.
I agree with you. This fastball's got some sizzle to it this afternoon.
Here's the 1-2 in tight. 2-2. Obviously, Verlander and Kershaw just tremendous careers, but trying to get it done a little differently now at this stage of their careers.
Can I throw somebody else in there?
Absolutely.
Max Scherzer?
Yes. Guardians saw him too.
Yes.
And he was still hard to deal with. There's a throw to first. Back safely is Ramirez.
A little bit different than they were 10, 12 years ago.
Yeah.
Both of them. Still getting their done.
Yes, they are. Greats of the game, no question. 2-2 the count. Here's the pitch. Swung on, lashed foul off the netting down the line. Of course, the Hall of Fame top of mind. We talk about it a lot because Hammy's going in and CC Sabathia. But those guys will be there someday easily.
Easily.
First ballot. And who knows, maybe unanimous for some of them. 2-2 the count. Well, probably not. There's always that one voter who says no. Here's the 2-2. There goes Ramirez. Strike 3 called on a pitch on the inside corner. So that retires the side. As down at the other end at second base, Ramirez trying to steal. He's caught. And that does retire the side. So that's it in the 5th. Guardians tie it on the home run by Kwan.
What is it that kind of got you hooked as a foodie, so to speak?
My dad was really into food when I was a kid. He traveled for work and he would go to places all over Europe and stuff. He was in sales and I feel like he would come home and try and cook the things he ate overseas. And so as a kid, I was exposed to a lot of like stuff that kids aren't usually exposed to. And so I credit my dad for that.
So the reason I got to Cooperstown is because I played with Cal and I played with Eddie and I played with some of the greatest players ever. And, you know, I just had to figure out how I did my job, and I was honored to have some of the best players that ever played put on uniforms, and they happen to be Oriole uniforms. If there's ever any doubt that I'm 78, all I got to do is look at my old cards and I know.
Davis Restoration. Water, fire, wind, mold. Paul Davis Restoration handles everything from cleanup to recovery to reconstruction for residential and commercial properties. When your home or business faces a devastating blow, Paul Davis is the answer. Paul Davis Restoration, the Guardian's official partner of property damage restoration.
Clay Travis and Buck Sexton.
News and politics and who knows.
Noon to 3 tomorrow. WTAM 1100.
Logan Allen back at it in the 6th inning, and he delivers low to Tyler O'Neill. Next pitch swung on and popped up on the infield. Allen's under it, the pitcher, and he's called off by Manzardo, who makes the catch, running toward the middle of the diamond between the mound and home plate to haul it in. So one down. Allen, a former college first baseman, so he kind of thought about it there.
He was going after it, but then thought better of it, and you become the coach out there, and you start telling him who's going to take it. Manzo took it easily.
3-3 game. Ramon Urias steps in, leans into it, drives it high and deep to left. Making the catch right in front of the wall is Stephen Kwan. 2 pitches, 2 outs. Actually, 3 pitches, 2 outs. And Allen's trying to put together another quick inning, as once again he is pitching deep into a game. And how about this one? This is the 8th consecutive start that Logan Allen has worked into the 6th inning. Kobe Mayo, the batter, takes a pitch outside for ball 1.
That is the key, Rosie. If your starter can give you 6-7 innings, you're going to be in the ball game.
The 1-0 swung on, line to right. Jones is there, makes the catch. A quick inning for Allen, who may come out and pitch the 7th. As we head to the bottom half of the 6th inning, tied at 3 in downtown Cleveland.
You might be striving to become a future Hall of Famer, Libra, but your ambitions extend beyond Cooperstown. You also have a passion for philanthropy and are looking to use your stature to bring attention to the causes you believe in. Prioritize collaborating with your favorite charity, which will make you feel as good as shooting a ball into the outfield gap.
Do you guys make your own brisket here?
Yes, we do. We are known by our brisket.
Barbecue brisket sandwich. Quality is better than other places, and it looks good. We're ready to eat.
We go to an average 500 briskets per game. We hear a lot from our fans. They want to try something with wrap, easy to eat. So we say, well, let's do it like brisket, wrap, and an egg roll.
That's beautiful. You get the gold medal for culinary brisketry here in Texas.
Yes.
With you. Paid for by NHTSA.
Weather when you need it. Your severe weather station is WTAM 1100.
Nolan Jones leads things off for the Guardians. Bottom of the 6th inning in a tie game at 3. Guardians looking to sweep the Orioles in a 4-game series. They did it back in 2021 here. Here's the pitch to Jones. It's swung on and popped up foul and out of play off to the left. So that's a pretty good accomplishment in a short period of time. You don't normally see too many 4-game series just in general, and much less to be able to sweep them. Here's the 0-1. Swing and a miss. 1-1. A lot of work to do yet, though. We're only in the 6th. And the game is tied at 3. Charlie Morton still out there for the Orioles. The 0-2 to Jones. He swings and rips it on one hop to the first baseman, Mayo. Backhand stop, and he'll take it to the bag himself for the first out in the inning.
You mentioned the 4-game sets and sweeping them. It's so difficult, to finish off a 4-game sweep. You mentioned they did it in 2021. They also did it here in Cleveland in 1988 against Baltimore. I think I might have been on that team. I was here in 88. I'm not sure what month it was.
Daniel Schneemann, the batter. Here's the pitch. And it's down low for a ball. You'd have remembered that, wouldn't you? If you were involved.
4-game sweep.
I imagine you would have hit a couple of home runs or something.
Oh, yeah. And then I woke up from my dream.
Here comes the 1-0 pitch. And that's on the outside corner for a strike to even the count. Pat Tabler with us. 6 seasons, parts of 6 with Cleveland. Here's the 1-1. Waved at and missed. 1-2. Some good years of Blue Jays, Royals. Heading back to your old stomping grounds, Kansas City, this weekend.
Yeah, that'll be a lot of fun. Get to see the Royals up close and personal. That should be a good series.
Here's the 1-2 pitch. Breaking ball down low. 2-2. Kansas City trying to hang in there. They're 3 under the 500 mark. 2 games behind the Guardians, but still certainly postseason contenders in the wild card chase. Here's Morton's 2-2 delivery to Schneemann. Outside and high. Ball 3.
You can't just sit on his curveball when you get the 2 strikes. He's not going to automatically throw it with 2 strikes. Over half of his Ks come off that curveball.
The payoff pitch is pounced foul over to the Orioles dugout.
But every now and then he'll try and slip that fastball by you, so you can't just sit on that breaking ball.
Guardians have action in their pen. We might have seen the last of Logan Allen as Eric Sabrowski's up. The 3-2. High and away. Ball 4. Schneemann draws a 1-out walk. Now the Guardians with a base runner here in the 6th. When you've got rust to bust, use PB Blaster. It's a Cleveland original since 1957. PB Blaster, always work it like a pro. Will Wilson, the batter. Been up twice, struck out twice. Trying to figure out Charlie Morton in a 3-3 game, 6th inning.
Not a bad time to try and be aggressive here.
Pitch to Wilson is sliced foul down the right side, and out of play.
Maybe if the count gets to a certain 2-1, you get ahead of the count, maybe start that runner, open up a hole on the infield, maybe play hit and run. Take a shot here to try to be aggressive, get that runner around.
Throw to first, back safely is Schneemann. Morton sets. Here's his pitch. And that's in there for a strike. Quickly 0-2 on Wilson. Three runs, 6 hits for the Orioles. 3 runs, 5 hits for the Guardians. 2 of those hits, solo home runs from Stephen Kwan. The 0-2 swung on, ground ball to third. Up with it, Arias to second for 1. Over to first, double play. Side retired. 6 complete in downtown Cleveland. It's the Guardians 3, the Orioles 3.
I'm Jonathan Mayo, and for more than 20 years, I've traced the path of baseball's rising stars, navigating the back roads of the national pastime and basking in the glow of small-town America's spirit, where the team is woven into the fabric of everyday life, where it's more than just a game. It's a celebration of the people, the traditions, and the culture that give these places their soul. This is Grassroots.
Oppo Taco.
I'm gonna guess it's an opposite field, upper deck, maybe something like a
home run to the opposite field.
yeah.
You got it.
This is a good one. A hack.
I don't know. I mean, is it the same as like the layman's term hack, like a bad chef?
You've guessed correctly.
Okay.
Someone's a hack. You know, someone that's just nailing it in.
Yeah.
They're not putting their heart into it.
Visit enbridgegas.com.
Hi, this is Bill Wills. Win a pair of Guardians tickets after 8:30 tomorrow morning with the answer Ball, WTAM 1100.
Logan Allen back out there for the 7th as the Guardians starter has endured a 3-run first inning, nothing since, and his team has come back to tie it at 3. As we open play in the 7th, Dylan Carlson, the batter, fouls one back and out of play. Just off to our right. 1-1 the count. Anytime one comes back that way, Carlos Baerga's in play. Here's the 1-1 down. High and deep to left. Back is Kwan. Makes the.
After that, he settled in beautiful. He's given up 2 hits, 2 singles. He had a role reversal. He's done outstanding. I mean, for innings 4, 5, and 6, normally he's got a 6 ERA. Today, he's been able to shut him down, and I mean just on 2 hits, 4, 5, and 6. For him to go out and start the 7th, that shows me something.
No doubt, but this kind of talks about who he's been really over the last about 10 starts, Arch. He's gotten deep into games. He's found a way to maneuver around trouble.
Yeah, but this is the one when you give up 3 in the first and you're down and you're able to sit there and you're going into the 7th. That's a little tougher to do. Look at that. And that's the key. No walks. And got by Wilson and all the way down into the left field corner. It was a 1-out double for Alex Jackson. That's going to be the end of the line for Logan Allen. It was going to be even if he got an out there. So out comes Stephen Vogt. I can't believe that ball gets right down the line. Well, he was settled in beautifully today. No walks, 4 strikeouts, and he's always pitched well against Baltimore. This day ends at 92 pitches, and we've got a timeout for a pitching change in Cleveland. Cleveland Guardians baseball brought to you by Spectrum. Get fast and reliable speeds on the network that moves with you. Spectrum. By Levin Furniture, your mattress headquarters, and by your local Toyota dealer. Toyota, let's go places. Logan Allen 6 1/3. He leaves with the potential go-ahead run in scoring position. Eric Sabrowski, one pitch, a fly ball to center. 2 down. Tagging and going to third is Jackson. The throw by Angel. It's a good one, but not in time, and there are 2 down. That'll bring up Jordan Westberg, who is 1 for 3. He singled and scored way back in the first.
Jordan Westberg.
Cleveland Clinic call to the bullpen for Eric Sabrowski. Just his 9th appearance. Well, to finish the numbers on Logan Allen, he had 9 outs today on 3 pitches or less and did not have a 2-0 count this afternoon. You know, it's always oversimplifying things when you say he's just got to throw strikes. But for Logan, when he doesn't walk people, when he had 39 walks coming into today in 95 innings, but that's a big key for him, to not give up free base runners. I mean, he challenged people. If they get hits, they get hits.
And he had some quick innings because, as I told you, he's 4th in the league. He averages 17.3 pitches per inning. Now, you can't stay in and go 7 innings if you do that. You know, you throw a lot of pitches. He was very efficient today. Very good.
Go ahead run 90 feet away for Baltimore. 2-2 count with 2 down. And off the plate, full count. You got the left-handed hitting Gunnar Henderson next. He checked, he did not go. He wasn't going to give in there, you could tell.
Well, that's good, and he checked his swing. He was he knew the situation. He got the left-hander on deck, and Sabrowski said, okay, I'm going to see if he wants to chase after that pitch. He did not do it.
Now, as I said earlier, Henderson, he's no patsy against lefties. He has 15 hits now in his last 48 at-bats against left-handed pitching. It's a pretty good average.
You can see where they're playing him now. You've got Wilson right there in the hole where he just shot that ball the last time up to get a base hit, and then Rocchio way up the middle. So the shortstop position is actually wide open.
Out of play left side, 1-1.
Been a good hitter with 2 outs and runners in scoring position on the year.
Base hit. Orioles take the lead. Alex Jackson scores the go-ahead run. It's 4-3. And on the throw to third base by Nolan Jones, Gunnar Henderson goes into second base.
Hung him a breaking ball. Well, they will come back, and they're going to take a 4-3 lead with 2 out hitting there by Henderson. See that? Belt high. Left it up, and out comes Stephen Vogt.
Yeah, good piece of hitting by Henderson. As I told you, he's done a much better job lately against lefties, and he just proved it there. Timeout for yet another pitching change. Baltimore leads it now 4-3 in the 7th.
Well, the Twins are coming to town next Friday, and 10,000 fans will receive a Jose Ramirez t-shirt courtesy of Dollar Bank. Come down early, $1 dogs and $2 Miller Lite pregame. Stick around after the game for a Phantom Fireworks show presented by Wendy's. You can get your tickets today at CLEGuardians.com.
Matt Festa is on the pitch now for Cleveland, facing Ramon Laureano. Baltimore has runners second and third, 2 down, and they lead it by a run. Festa, a first pitch strike to Laureano, who hit a 2-run homer in the first inning. Has grounded out twice since then. Book is closed on Logan Allen. 4 runs in 6 1/3 innings. No walks, 4 strikeouts. Eric Sabrowski unable to get that third out before he was removed by Stephen Vogt. And now Festa pumps the fastball by Laureano, and the count 1-2. Outside. Game time temperature today was 88 degrees, currently 90, and the old real feel says 99 degrees.
Oh my goodness.
High pop, shallow left, out goes Rocchio. He's calling for it and makes the grab. Ostrand a pair, but they take the lead. Stretch time in Cleveland. Guardians down 1. Here's a look at Meyer bring more good to life. Stephen Kwan providing a lot of muscle today for the Guardians. He homered in the third, homered in the fifth. Both solo shots off Charlie Morton here this afternoon, giving Kwan 8 home runs on the year and 3 home runs off 41-year-old Charlie Morton, who's back out here to start the 7th inning for Baltimore. They try to squeeze maybe one more inning out of him.
Yeah, they're pushing him a little bit.
Or they're probably going 2 batters and then go to somebody else to face Kwan.
Right, you would think so. And their closer was put on the IL before the game, Felix Bautista.
Right, they don't have a closer.
Prior to the game,
really.
They said they don't really have a closer, but I think the Minks or Anthony. Sir, I have to get it right. Sir, maybe.
Come on, we talked about that.
I'm not
heavy on the sir.
I'm not used to you saying that. It's a new name for me. We shall see if we get to that point.
Yeah, all you got to do is score a couple runs. It won't matter. They're trying to put a 0 on here now and get them down to 6 outs. But they have 9 as we speak.
Brian Rocchio fouls that fastball back out of play. Trocchio has flat out struck out. Swing and a miss. Struck about with that curveball, and that's strikeout number 7 for Charlie Morton. One gone here in the 7th inning, and it's going to bring up Austin Hedges. And we'll get a word from Ford.
See your Northeast Ohio Ford dealers, home of the best-selling trucks for 48 years straight.
Bunted it foul. Field, 2 down. It's going to bring up Stephen Kwan, and they are going to stay with him.
Yeah, he's not going to slow it down for him this time, I guarantee it. But for Kwan, he got him the first time this year and twice in today's ball game. See if he makes him go left field with more hard stuff.
Arch, that thing we just showed is amazing to me. I know Eugenio Suarez has had a heck of a year, but Grant Holmes for the Braves been about the best thing they've had going. But Suarez has had one of those years.
Yeah.
Up and away, 2-0. Tony Manzolino sticking with the veteran Charlie Morton, trying to push him through the 7th inning. Three and 0. He's trying to make Kwan expand, but he just doesn't do that.
No, he rarely does he do that. And especially now, he'll make him get in there at least with one. Now that he's had the day he has had, he'll sit on one pitch. It's been all fastballs to this point in this at-bat.
Arch, I just love that we know Kwan's not going to change because he's already hit 2 out of the ballpark.
Right.
It might be the best attribute he has.
Know thyself.
Right.
And, it's all fastballs. And he knows himself as well as anybody. He's going to make him throw a 3. He'll be ready to go here. See what he does. I don't know if he's going to change the pitch selection.
Tried to throw his best bolt, and he missed by a foot or more.
Yeah, I tried to put some movement on it.
That's probably going to be the end of the line.
Well, Martinez had a couple good at-bats off him as well. Yeah, he's already made the call. That was his last hitter.
4th walk of the afternoon for Charlie Morton, so he goes 6 2/3, and he will leave now with the tying run aboard and 2 outs in the 7th.
Baltimore, the new pitcher on the mound is number 48, Corbin Martin.
Corbin Martin is the new pitcher for Baltimore, on for the 4th time this year. And he'll be facing Angel Martinez, who singled and scored back in the 3rd, robbed of a hit in the 5th. Trying to come up with a big knock here in the 7th to keep the momentum going for Cleveland. They have a runner aboard. That's the tying run at first base. Pitch, and that's going to take care of that. We'll go to the 8th, 4-3 Orioles. The Guards will be in their City Connect uniforms next Friday against the Twins. You better be sure to stop by the team store to pick up your own City Connect jerseys, caps, and t-shirts. Visit CLEGuardians.com/team store for store hours. The son of Mr. Canada, 1975. Tyler O'Neill will lead off the 8th inning for Baltimore, and Jacob Junis, the new pitcher for Cleveland, misses up and in for ball 1. Orioles lead 4-3. O'Neill, 2 singles and a run scored today. Good sign for the O's, because since coming off the injured list in his last 9 games, he only had 5 hits and 33 at-bats before today. Angel on the run. He's there and makes the catch. 1 away. Check out our Miller Lite moment. 42 years ago today, one of the most famous incidents in baseball history. The Pine Tar game. George Brett hit a home run. Tim McClellan took a look at the bat. He said he had too much pine tar on it. He ejected Brett from the game, disallowed the home run, and Brett went bananas.
You think?
Then the Royals immediately protested that game.
Right.
And American League President Lee McPhail overruled Tim McClellan, said the home run counts, and you have to go back and replay the game from the point in which Brett hit the home run. So on August 18th, they got back together at Yankee Stadium. There were about 1,000 fans in the ballpark to watch the rest of that game.
How about that?
Billy Martin, the Yankees manager, was so irate that he symbolically protested first by putting Ron Guidry, the pitcher, in center field. and he had the left-hander Don Mattingly move to second base. And then, as if that wasn't enough, Billy formally protested. He went out to Davey Phillips, the home plate umpire, and said, here's my protest. We protest saying that George Brett didn't touch all the bases, and none of you umpires were here that day, so you can't tell me that he didn't touch the bases. Davey Phillips pulls this thing out of his. Here we have a signed affidavit from all of the umpires who worked that game saying Brett indeed touched all the bases. Billy Martin went bananas. He got thrown out of the game.
I thought you were going to say he got thrown out before it even started. Restarted, I should say.
Oh, he was quickly ejected. They said, all right, Billy, that's it.
Do you think you
don't
never
want to
see
be
a
here
player
anyway.
this irate come out on the field nowadays?
Wow.
I mean, it's crazy.
I mean,
41 years
you played against George Brett.
Yeah.
Did you ever see him lose his mind like that
No,
before?
not too many guys like that. No, when you're trying to take a home run away, he can't out. Well, he did touch. Watch, you'll see him step on it. There you go, right there.
We have visual
We've
proof.
got action. We got proof. That's right. 41 years ago, they still had cameras.
The 2-1.
You weren't there, Arch. You can't say that.
No,
there was a replay.
I was playing during that, and I remember seeing it. And then could you imagine having to fly out there to just restart it again?
Would you just call that gamesmanship that they even did that? Because all the players have too much pine tar on their bat, don't they?
Well, back then, you know, I'm sure, yeah, everybody had pine tar on. Maybe it didn't go, but, you know, Billy with the rules, who knows? It says you weren't supposed to have it around the label.
I mean, they said it made the bat harder over time, so maybe it would break. That was, you know, that was one of the things. Well, you know.
Yeah. They say a lot of things.
Who's they?
Yeah.
Who are these people? What people?
Oh, my goodness. That's fun.
Ryan
Sit and
O'Hearn
laugh at it now.
fouls it back.
Well, maybe we'll have to ask George if he's around the ballpark over the weekend in Kansas City.
Think anybody ever asked him about that?
No, never.
The 3-2 is up high, ball 4. So Ryan O'Hearn in a pinch hitter's role draws a free pass. And with 2 down, it'll bring up Dylan
Stepping to the
Carlson.
plate now for the Orioles, center fielder Dylan
You know, I was
Carlson.
thinking, Arch, I want to say it was Kansas City, but we had a deal against Kansas City one time where we had a game. I think we only had to play 3 outs. It's one of those games where it got suspended because there were 3 outs to go.
Oh,
did that hit him?
Yeah,
Sure
it
did.
sure did. Got him in the back leg, I think.
So a walk and a hit batter with 2 outs. Extends the inning and will bring up Alex Jackson, but he's going to be lifted for a pinch hitter.
There you go. You see him catch it right above the knee.
This is going to be Colton Cowser who pinch hits.
For Baltimore.
Yeah, we had a game against the Royals where I think we only had to play 3 outs.
And that, I mean,
to finish that game.
Before another one?
Yeah.
Okay.
But that's right. It was so that game got suspended in Kansas City, and we finished it in Cleveland
When they were coming back to our home.
Yeah, with us as the visiting team in our home ballpark. But there was another game to be played. I think the deal with the Yankees and Royals was it was just an inning. They had to play 1 inning, so that's why only 1,000 people showed up.
Yeah.
Wow.
And you had to fly out there
And
for
then,
3 outs.
Yeah, you literally flew in.
That's why he put all the pitchers out there
Right.
just to make a spectacle, like he was in a circus.
Didn't you guys have a game here where you played 2 teams in one day?
Yes, we did.
Is that the White Sox and some
And Minnesota.
Twins,
Yeah,
I believe.
okay.
Yeah.
We sure did. 2 different teams in one day.
One team was leaving the visitors' clubhouses, another was coming in.
Oh, the bags were already out there
man.
waiting to get put in. Yeah, it was crazy.
Those clubbies earned their money that day.
Oh, my goodness.
I forget which one was which.
What was the first game?
Yeah. I want to say it was the Twins we had to finish with. And then the White Sox were coming in.
Yeah, that's probably
But I just
true.
remember that all their bags were stacked up in the hallway outside the clubhouse.
We've seen just about everything around here, haven't we?
You stick around long enough, pal.
In about 35 years we've been here.
Colton Cowser batting for Alex Jackson here with 2 down and 2 out in this 8th inning. pitch in there for a strike. And a little bit high and wide. 3 balls and a strike.
Well, you're going to flip it over to the top of the lineup after pinch hitter Colton Cowser.
Yeah, Junis had 2 quick outs, but
yes,
now
he did.
He's thrown 11 strikes, 10 balls, and that's smoked. And just 5.
Baby. Catch a break there. That ball was hit hard. Had the distance, but foul.
So the runners, again, they'll be moving here. 3-2 pitch. Weak ground ball to second. Schneemann has it. Throws him out. Junis turns him back here in the 8th. Orioles lead it by a run. Jose Ramirez will lead it off when we come back. As the Defy wire cam flies overhead, the Baltimore Orioles go to their bullpen once more. Seranthony Dominguez will be the new pitcher. He worked a perfect inning 2 nights ago. Things have not gone well at times for Dominguez of late. He's given up 7 runs, 4 of those earned, so some of it not necessarily his fault. Over 9 appearances since the end of June. Basically in the last month. Jose Ramirez, 2 singles, and hit by a pitch, so he's been on all 3 times today. Guardians down a run in the last of the 8th.
Change up there, or a splitter, I should say. It's a split change.
Defensively now, Colton Cowser is in center field. Ryan O'Hearn at first, and Jacob Stallings takes over behind the plate. Big bouncer to second, and Jackson Holliday throws out Jose, 1 down. That'll bring up Kyle Manzardo, who is 0 for 2 with a walk. When Dominguez has problems, it's usually that, a bout of wildness, and he'll start walking people. So it's, you know, it's that fine line for hitters. You know, when you're facing late inning relievers, you want to be up there ready. But he's a guy that you don't want to get too over aggressive against.
You want to be ready, but you got to be patient, because, you know, he tries to throw a lot of these, and those splitters become a field pitch. When he hasn't, he could be nasty. When he doesn't, you could get yourself in good hitters' counts.
You can see Stallings. He was just setting up down the middle. He just hit the glove.
And you know you have to with a guy like this. And as a hitter, when you get to Ogon, don't think he's just going to throw one down the middle. .98, top of the zone. Still, you got to really shrink that zone and look for your pitch in a certain area. If you don't get it, you take it. If you get it, give a good swing. There you go.
Line drive, base hit, center field.
Like that. That was good. He let that ball track, a line drive right back up the middle. Beautiful. There's a tying run aboard now. And he came right back with a good fastball, 99.
But that's what happens, to your point. When you're patient and you're in a good hitter's count, I am ready for that.
Yes.
I'm not going to get fooled by another pitch. I am sitting on that fastball.
And put it in play, and that was a good at-bat because he had the count in his favor and did it right.
Nolan Jones trying to follow suit here. Oh, he set him what? He center cut him one right down the pike. Chase the splitter. Now it's 0-2.
If you're Manzardo on first now, be patient. Be alert for that splitter in the dirt around the plate to see if you can get to second.
Double foul.
That ball looked like it stuck to the end of the bat with tape on it. It's almost like he just threw it off. Allard, if they don't score, Class A. If they do,
takes a fastball that misses high. In the dirt now. 2-2, back to even. Nolan doing it the hard way, but his patience is starting to pay dividends now.
Yeah.
He's got himself back into it.
That's what you do. You get yourself back into the count. Just anything close, you try and foul it off. Hopefully he makes a mistake.
Threw a fastball by him and strikes him out. 2 down.
Stepping in now for the Guardians, number 10, Daniel Schneemann.
So with 2 gone, Daniel Schneemann coming up. He is 0 for 2 with a walk. Wow, Phil Cuzzy, seriously.
Yeah, he caught a break on that one. Yeah, you get one call like that. Why not try it again?
Daniel Schneemann, remember back in early May, had a memorable 8th inning moment in Toronto. Wasn't that the 8th inning?
Yeah, but he did, and in that series. And we went from Baltimore to Toronto on that trip. That's when he got hot, when he got into Toronto. That's going to fall.
Yes, it will. On his horse, Manzardo only gets to second, but he's in scoring position now with 2 down.
Now going to get a pinch hitter now. Wilson going back. Yeah, you can see it's in front of him, and Manzardo just not fast enough to try. You can only go one base at a time. Santana's going to get a chance to come in the on-deck circle and get a crack at it.
Will Wilson will be lifted for the veteran Santana. He doesn't get many pinch hitting opportunities because he plays every day.
Well, he's needed a day off. I'll go back out and talk about what, I don't know. Everybody knows Santana. He's been around so long. And then it'll be Rocchio to follow.
Carlos Santana 0 for 1 officially as a pinch hitter. Stephen Moe, you know, he mentioned before the game today, look, he's 39 years old. We're very cognizant of the workload, and he's played every game coming out of the All-Star break.
He's looked tired. He's looked tired. You know, and it really doesn't matter how many days off you have. Sometimes you just got to shut it down. Not just one day. You think one day and you're going to be back to normal. They don't plug them in like they're computers and you're ready to go. Sometimes you could get a couple of days, it would help just to relax.
Santana hitless in his last 8 at bats. But trying to deliver with 2 outs here in the 8th and a first pitch curveball for a strike.
And you know what? We haven't seen a curveball this whole inning, so he starts him off slow, but he throws it for a legitimate strike. He did not miss with it.
With a split change, and that was low. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Santana, a guy like Juan, he doesn't chase a lot of pitches out of the zone. Curveball, came back with that curveball, and he took a hack at it, but it was well located down.
So now Sir Anthony Dominguez 1 strike from getting out of trouble here in the 8th. Santana lays off 2-2. Baltimore took the lead on a 2-out RBI hit by Gunnar Henderson in the 7th inning. And now Cleveland trying to tie it with a 2-out hit from Santana.
Well, they've been hot with 2 outs for the last few weeks.
In the dirt, and a great block by Jacob Stallings. Otherwise, the go-ahead run could have gotten in the scoring position.
I think it got him in the bare hand where it was able to keep out in front of him. It was so far out in front, elbow, and he pinned it up against him. That's really a nice job.
The runners will go now on this 3-2 pitch coming up.
That's a good thing too. You get a head start, especially for Manzardo out there. You get a chance to get started, and you're going to be getting after it if the ball is put in play.
Dominguez deals, and he struck him out to end the inning. We'll head to the ninth, 4-3 Birds.
Now pitching for the Guardians in the top of the ninth, number 49, Colby Allard. Leading off now.
Ninth inning here in Cleveland with the Orioles leading 4-3. Colby Allard will be the fourth reliever of the game. Logan Allen, the starter, went 6 in the third. Eric Sabrowski, Matt Festa, Jacob Junis. Now Colby Allard, he'll have the top of the order. Jackson Holliday leads it off 0 for 4 today. First ball swinging and a ground ball to Angel Martinez, now manning second base. And he throws him out 1 down. Guardians have shifted a lot of people around defensively. Daniel Schneemann has gone from second base to third. Nolan Jones from right field to center, and Jonathan Rodriguez is now in right field. Jordan Westberg, the batter. 1 for 3, with a single and a run scored. Gregory Soto, left-hander, getting ready to close for Baltimore, and he had a really rough go the other night.
There, you talk about having to be patient. If he came in the way he pitched the other night, you better really be careful with him.
He walked 3 batters in that game.
Right, he may give you an opportunity.
Talk more about that when we get there, but right now it's up to Colby Allard to keep this a 1-run game.
Put a 0 on the board. They've done a really nice job after scoring 3 in the top half of the first. Logan Allen took him into the 7th with a really good job. He came out with 1 man on base, but he's still the pitcher of record. Bullpen gave up a 2-out hit to get that 4th run.
And ring him up. Jordan Westberg saying, "Are you kidding me?" Well, not really.
Here's our progressive defensive play of the game today, having to go back on a ball, and the ball early was really carrying here. He got burned on one earlier, but you got to stay with it, and you get back, and now he's playing second base. Yeah, he doesn't. It doesn't matter where he plays. He just likes to play the game, period. Now those clouds are disappearing, and it's turning out to be blue skies and a lot of sunshine. Nice and bright again.
lot of fans are waving, though.
Yeah, they've been waving all day. Their arms are going to be sore.
I was going to say
tonight. Their wrists.
Maybe some forearm soreness.
Yeah, right. They got the little paddles. Andre, he's passed out down there.
2-2 pitch. Yank foul.
I got made fun of because I asked to open my mic and I was told 2 strikes, 2 outs.
Well, that's right. We'll talk to you later. We still got another inning.
2-2-2.
You guys are wrong, man.
Oh, I heard him. It got him.
Phil Cuzzy, did he?
Phil's not saying. Is he?
Well, he's saying it got him on the wrist, and Phil's pointing to first.
Well,
yeah, he's just pointing. He gets it.
The boys are checking down here.
Well, we could hear it.
Thought I heard something too.
I mean, these are awfully tough to look at and tell if it hit him, especially when it just nicks you. But we heard something.
You've said it before. Usually the player's reaction kind of tells you.
Yes, it does. Watch. See, it's
I don't
hard
see
to tell.
anything.
No, you don't see anything. But even if you challenge it, how are they going to overturn it? But we heard something. Maybe it could have been the end of the bat. Who knows?
Now Ramon Laureano. He took a swing to try and put this game on ice.
Listen. Am I hearing things, or did you hear something before
you
it
can
hit
hear
the
it.
glove?
You can hear it tick. But to your point, whether that was a glancing off the bat or the...
Remember we had that year where the knob of the bat had happened about 3 or 4 times.
It was the same player too, a couple times.
Yeah, and we couldn't figure it out because you could never tell on replay because it happened so quickly. And I don't care how much you slow it down.
Colby Allard, 1 strike away from sending us to the bottom of the 9th and keeping it a 1-run game. But Ramon Laureano has been dangerous and difficult to deal with in this series. The 1-2, a little high. Laureano 3 homers in the series. Including a 2-out, 2-run homer in the first inning today that helped stake Baltimore to the early lead. Cleveland tied it 3-3 in the 5th, and the Orioles went ahead in the 7th. Roller to short. Rocchio has to hurry. The throw is in time, and the inning is over. Last chance for the Guards coming up. Down 1. The Union Home Mortgage play of the game. 2 out.
Yeah.
Base hit by Gunnar Henderson pushed the go-ahead run home for the Orioles.
Breaking ball he left upstairs, and that was it.
That's where we stand. Last chance coming up for Cleveland. Gregory Soto will try to close it out for Baltimore. The other night, he had a really tough go of it. He came on in the 6th inning and walked 3 batters, gave up a couple of hits. In that inning, he faced Brian Rocchio, who's going to lead it off. And Rocchio had a base hit, drove in a run in that inning. So we'll see how they fare. We'll offer this just for your consideration. So far this year, for the Guardians, when they have trailed at home after 8, they do not have a win. They're 0-22. Baltimore has not surrendered a lead after 8 innings this year, 42-0.
Just got to look at the on-deck hitter, David Fry, coming out for Hedges. So let's see if Rocchio can start it off and get on base.
Get it to Jose Ramirez.
And if you get it to
Jose, and Hanel swung it well today too.
Rocchio takes a strike. 1-1 to count. But a foul back from Rocchio. Up and away, 2-2. Smashed foul. Here's the 2-2. And he struck him out. I was chuckling because prior to that pitch, the scoreboard, it was imploring the crowd to make some noise. And I was thinking, there are games in April where it's too cold to cheer. And now there are games at the end of July and it's too hot to cheer.
It creeps into your mind a little bit, huh?
Way too hot for
that. Well, that goes to tell you how long the baseball season is.
Yeah, because in a month and a half or 2 months, we'll be back to too cold.
I hope not.
David Fry will pitch hit for Austin Hedges.
Well, he seems to be throwing strikes a little closer to the plate today.
But he did the same thing the other night. He struck out the first batter, and that's when it went haywire. So we'll see.
But he's using that fastball.
Yeah.
He wasn't using it the other night.
I was just going to say that.
So many sliders.
Yep.
You kept saying, slider after slider after slider.
He can throw it upper 90s, 97, 98.
And you said, why doesn't he throw it more? Well, he is today, at least to this point.
And David Fry has his work cut out for him, down 0-2. Up and away, back to even, 2-2. Struck him out. He went to the slider and he backdoored him. And there are 2 down in the 9th. Last hope for Cleveland rests with Stephen Kwan. Not a bad guy to have your last hope resting with. He has hit 2. home runs on the afternoon.
Yes, he has. He's had a good year against Morton. But they're down to the last out. They need a base runner to keep this thing going. Oh my goodness.
Didn't mean to, and foul ground the throw. In time, what a play. Urias ends it with a dynamite defensive effort. And a nice job by O'Hearn on the back end to reel it in, and that'll do it. The Guardians go 1-2-3. And the Orioles salvage the series finale, avoiding the sweep by the narrow margin of 4-3. Guardians fall back to 500 at 51-51 on the year, and the O's will head out of town at 45-57. Guardians will now head to Kansas City, and they will open a 3-game weekend series tomorrow night against the Royals. We're scheduled to bring you the series finale on Sunday. It'll be an Apple TV game on Friday, a Fox game on Saturday. We'll be back with you on Sunday. But stay tuned now for Guardians postgame. Al Pawlowski and Chris Jimenez are next.